Lila sat on the weathered wooden bench, her legs swinging as she looked down at the ground. Rusty lay at her feet, head resting on his paws. She nervously fidgeted with a small, smooth pebble in her hands. Rusty's soft brown eyes watched her intently. In her mind, memories flashed by. Lila laughing, throwing a stick for Rusty. Rusty jumping, catching the stick. She remembered placing a similar, slightly larger pebble in her pocket, an empty dog leash hanging on a hook in the hallway. Back in the present, a single tear rolled down Lila's cheek. Rusty nudged her hand with his nose. Lila looked down at Rusty, her expression softening. She gently stroked his fur, her touch hesitant at first, then more confident. She held the pebble in her hand, then slowly placed it on Rusty's head, between his ears. Rusty closed his eyes, a soft sigh escaping him. Lila smiled, a small, sad smile, but a smile nonetheless. Lila leaned her head against Rusty, closing her eyes. The music began to build, becoming slightly more hopeful. Sunlight filtered through the leaves of a nearby tree, casting dappled light on Lila and Rusty. Lila opened her eyes, looking at Rusty. She picked up a slightly larger stick and threw it a short distance. Rusty, with a small burst of energy, chased after it, returning it to Lila, his tail wagging slowly. Lila giggled softly. She threw the stick again, this time a bit further. Rusty bounded after it, his tail wagging more enthusiastically. Lila stood up, a glimmer of joy in her eyes, and followed Rusty. Lila and Rusty ran together through the overgrown park, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun. The music reached a gentle, hopeful crescendo, then